Hello?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Why are you answering Eric's phone?
He's asleep, baby girl. Call back. Call back! Hello?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Why are you answering Eric's phone?
He's asleep, baby girl. Call back. Call back! Hello?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Why are you answering Eric's
Daughter, please come and pick me up from this sleepover. The kids are being mean and the dad keeps smiling at me. Mother, no, that's your house, your kids and your husband. Daughter, please come and pick me up from this sleepover. The kids are being mean and the dad keeps smiling at me. Mother, no, that's your house, your kids and your husband. Daughter, please come and pick me up from this sleepover. The kids are being mean and the dad keeps smiling at me. Mother, no, that's your house, your kids and your husband. Daughter, please...
Rock climbing with a smile.
Hello, hello. You know, I had to start with a little bit of humor. So, maybe not humor for you, but humor for me. For Facebook Reels. So, get a smile on my face while I eat lunch. So you could have that option of showing up, watching the first 3 minutes of my stream, and watch me eat pizza. Watch TikTok, or not TikTok, but Facebook. Okay, I get it. I'm not the most professional sometimes. I probably should work on that. Geez, and then I wonder why I don't get a bunch of followers. Oh well. All right, so today's plan is to create a playbook. And I've been struggling with how I want it to look, how I want it to lay it out, you know. I mean, this is just React, right? So I got to redo it again in Unity. So at some point, when I get to Unity, I'll probably have to redesign another form of the same thing. So hey, if anybody's got any cool design ideas, but right now, I've got to load my plays up and actually create plays again. Yeah, I broke my plays, so I have to recreate them. You know. This morning, I was taking care of tech debt. I implemented unit testing into my simulator and my playbook. So now I have unit testing set up in 4 of my 10 methods, or 4 of my 10 services. Still got to do players, obviously leagues when I get to that. Game plan, coaches, and AMG auth. But hey, you know, one thing at a time. We are slowly making progress on that front. I have noticed, though, today that GitHub is... Not GitHub. Well, GitHub Copilot has done something. I don't know. I think they might be throttling me because I'm getting a little too... get a little too fluid with my requests. So we'll see what happens when I continue to try to do this. So let's go create some more plays again. This time I'm going to create plays. Well, I have default plays. I'm wondering for what I want to do. See, I think every game plan needs to have, every default game plan needs to have its own default plays. But I'm just trying to think of how I want to lay that out or how I want to do that. Because I do have a default playbook. So that means even if you don't have a game plan, you don't have your own plays, it'll still try to run some plays. It has some basic plays in there for its own satisfaction. Just so that it can run. But you need to have your own in order to tweak that, enhance that. I know. Probably should eat my lunch before I start, but such is the way it goes. Let's go ahead and get this play editor done. So, or at least started. Oops, what am I doing here? Well, weather has finally gone back to normal Seattle weather as we guide our way into cloudy. We're supposed to get rain, though. We haven't got rain yet, which is fine. It's not like I'm like, oh, let's get some more rain. I mean, we do get plenty of it, but lately. So I'm just saying it as a, oh, good. We know we're not quite completely deteriorated yet. All right, so all my services are up. All right, so this needs to be updated now. It should look like, now it should, like the play editor, have an offense, defense selection option that will act as a filter for the plays shown. When offense is selected, screen should be split. I see, here's what I was trying to think of. I was thinking of doing something along the lines. Here, let me show you what I'm thinking in my mind. I think this should work on here. So let me open up my OneNote here for you. And I'll draw you a picture of what I have in mind. And you can tell me if I'm crazy. So Well, that's kind of what I was working on with the simulator. And oh, is that supposed to be simulator? Oh, I must have just stuck it at the bottom here. I probably should just create one for simulator. And all right, so we'll go to the playbook and I'll just call this the mockup. So my thought is that this needs to be updated. It says AFK for the king. That's my away from keyboard for the king is what the game is called. It's basically the premise is that you are the king and you're sending off your adventuring squad to go take care of the problems that are all over your kingdom. And you're building these groups, and of course you pay them, and they bring back treasures for you. And you're outfitting them and providing for them, and you know, that kind of fun stuff. All right, so are we up to date here? Why is this not syncing? Oh, am I not connected? I bet I'm not connected. Nope, I'm connected. What the heck? Wait. It is there. What the heck? Oh, never mind. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am. Well, at least I thought it was. Architecture planning. Oh, did I add it? Where is this? Ah, there we go. All right, so this is my idea. I want to try to build my screen. This is the React screen, so I don't know if it's going to be great or not. But I want to try to create my playbook. So I was thinking something along the lines of what NFL 2K does, where you have all your little plays at the bottom with a little, you know, scroll bar or whatever. And, you know, something like that. And we have all the different plays down here, and then up here you have your actual playbook, which will be bigger images, kind of like this, with an offense, defense, selector. And then maybe something of the what would you do? Like something of what do they usually do on here? Like filters are usually what? Something like this. And then this filter option here could be something like you've got the long, medium, short, screen, run, mid, run right, run left, something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking for how I want to lay this out. I don't know if it's the best way. The other option was, I was thinking option 2, similarly have all this stuff around the outside. This was my original thought, where you got your playbook being something like this with the bigger options here. And then there's a line, and then we have, you know, the available. So this is playbook and available plays. Now, of course, you still have to have like a little arrow here to toggle between these, and if there's extra here as well. And then you could still have the option for offense and defense. And I could still put the filter in. Geez, what is that? That is a mess. Filter. And then have that be the same down here as well. But let's shrink this down a little so you can see what I've been writing. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm on. That's option 2, the bottom one. That's not very clear, I guess. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I think the top one looks cleaner and you're keeping the images out of the way better. I don't know. This feels like it's going to be more cramped. Now I could do it where I put a single line like I was going to do here, and then you just kind of scroll down. So it'll all be vertical scrolls. I guess ultimately it's going to come down to the cleanest way to navigate the app, right? Because I want to be consistent with what's available on each screen and how things are set up. So if we look at my playbook now, so if I go to the playbook here, assuming it wants to let me. Hello. So the play editor has the main meat, but all the filters are on the left, right? So all of the meat is on the right and the filters are on the left. So if I go with something similar, I would be putting all the playbook over here with all the plays over here and your various filters. That would be consistency. Versus Plus, I'm trying to think of how I want to save space. Because if the playbook is, you got the game plan and the playbook. I wonder if I need I'm thinking I should put play editor like an option within the playbook and not have plays as a thing. You just click play editor, it takes you to the play editor, but not have the plays link. But then how do we get back to the playbook? I guess I could have them vertically aligned. Trying to think here. Let's see. What if I go with something like more like this, where we got playbook is the top. We'll call this option 3. We got playbook is the title, and then what we got here is available plays. And see, I don't even know yet that they're like, I guess I could just load them, because then the available plays would go something like, or maybe I put a play editor here right on top, then we have available plays, and then we just have a bunch of small little images of the plays. Actually, I'm almost thinking 3 is too wide. I don't want it taking up that much space. Maybe if I just do 2. And then if needed, which it probably will be at some point, we'll put a scroll bar in here. So we got our scroll bar, and then the plays would be here. These are the ones in your playbook. I could do bigger images, probably even be like, because I really want people to be able to click on it, because I want the plays to, have some stats and stuff related to them. So my idea is that when you click on a play, it'll maybe take you to the play and it'll show you things. Like it'll pop up, maybe a pop-up screen that shows you, okay, here's the play and here's your various information about the play. Kind of a zoom in effect. But I think 8 on the screen might be too many. Because I would like it to have some other useful information. So maybe I do something like, 6 maybe? Maybe with some basic information, name of the play, and some basic stats, and then other deep stats if you click on it. And then same thing, I would need to have some kind of a play filter. Probably put that over here in the corner. Probably a pop-up filter, some kind of other simple pop-up dialog. And then if needed, there'll be a scroll bar of some kind to go across. So I think that might work. Kind of leaning towards this option. I think that might be my best bet. I like it because it's consistent with the way I've done with my other page, my playbook page. I don't have a lot of other stuff going on there. Probably too many little tiny ones too on the left, but now NFL 2K Playmakers actually put buttons on the screen that let you have simple filters. But I feel like there's more filters than that. I mean, if you're doing offense, defense, they put four filters. They got short yardage, they got short, like 1 to 2 yards, and then they've got like 3 to 9 yards, and then 9 to 15 yards, and then. But the thing is, NFL 2K Playmaker can do that because they only have one route. They're fake plays. They're not real. So having it filter that way is kind of like, I mean, you're only able to get that range of yards. It's kind of silly to go by yardage for one thing because, every play can be different, but your routes only go so far, and typically you have a variety of routes, so you would actually have a range. A short yardage play could be a long yardage play too, if you've got 2 guys run short, 2 guys go long, right? I mean, it could be both. So you're going to have a lot of duplicate plays showing up on short, medium, and long. But the whole point is that you just have them available so you can see that you've got every type of play covered. And my thought is it's every play type. So we're filtering on play type. Not base play type, but that's true. The filter should be based on what is it? What do I use? It's not, what is it called? It's not play type. It's, there's base play type and play type. So maybe it is play type. I think that's what it is. Let's go look at my plays. Let's close this up. And then we'll go to AMGR. Where's my playbook? Playbook. Seeds, play types. Base play type is pass. Oh, play type group. Oh, okay. So play type group would probably be the best thing to filter these on. Yeah. Play type group. Yeah. Yep. So filter here would be based on play type group. And maybe this could be a drop down button. Maybe that's what it is. We'll call it play type. Short, medium, long, run right, etc. There we go. So now I have play type, short, medium, long, run right, etc. These are my 3 options. Which ones are the most replicable over the course of the UI? Like as far as if I'm going to do React and Unity. Man, I want to get some pages done in Unity. Like more than just my minis, the guys on the screen, but I also... I can't reach my table. I want to get some actual screen, some navigation. There's like so many things I want to do. So many things, and I'm only six months in. I got so much to do still. What have I gotten myself into? I just got so much to go. Let's keep going. All right, let's see if I can do this. Let's get this guy drawn out. Let's see what the let's see if I can describe well what I want to happen here, because I got to have a pretty decent. This is what will I call this? Is this vibe coding? No, I mean, not really. But it's a vibe coding a piece of my code, and sometimes I guess if sometimes I give the AI or UI AI, sometimes I give the AI a command and it gets it right the first try. It's like it's simple, and one of the things AI really excels at, I've noticed, is formatting, getting decent looking outputs, and I've been impressed with the way it does that. Better than. And it does it pretty quick. Sometimes I just want to tweak what it ends up doing, but it's not like it's going to do it on its own. But I got to tell it kind of what I want, but then it draws it out and it builds it. And a lot of times you can just go click and it's like, whoa, hey, this kind of works. And it'll attach and set up the calls and do all that kind of stuff. But I do need to create, let's go ahead and create a couple of plays quick, just so I have something to load here. So let's go to the play editor. Since I broke my play editor, or my plays. Got the I formation. We'll get this set up quickly, I hope. Hopefully it'll save and everything will work on the first try now that I've made all the tweaks that I have. We'll do a pass play. And go from here to... Let's go here. And then we will do... We'll do a hitch, and then I'll bring it back to here. And then what? We scout, because you can't just stand there. if he doesn't do his thing. I have motion on here. I don't even have a definition of what motion's supposed to do. So okay, so motion's definition in the game, the way it's going to do, but I mean, I don't know how it's going to render on here because I don't have any particular setup for how that's going to work. But the function is going to simply be that it's basically like pre-snap movement, which is what it is. But I have to like go, okay, if the logic is set up as motion, that means the move is going to be before the snap. So I got to look for like motion. I don't know if I have. I don't know how I'm going to set that. What's the rule? If I move first and then when I'm doing the logic, if motion, it happens. Yeah, because at some point you got to like motion and then set. Huh. I got to decide how and when motion's going to take place on these guys. Like then I'll have to have like logic that says, yeah, we gotta. If you have motion, you have to have a set that follows. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a motion. Oh wait, nope, wait, no, oh shoot, nope, reset. I gotta redo that. I don't have any way to remove one line. I gotta fix that. I gotta figure out a way to do that. So we'll try this again. We're gonna go up to here. We'll do a hitch and a return. And we'll call it Scout. And then we're going to click on this guy, click motion, and go to here. Whoops. No, that's crooked. Do you know you can't move towards the line of scrimmage? That's not allowed. Great, but I don't have a set. I didn't actually give myself a set. Can't put a set in if I don't actually have that as an option. Great gurgly murgly. All right, let's do two things. Let's go to my playbook. Playbook. I know you're here somewhere. There you are. Playbook. Seed. Route actions. And we have motion here. Move to set coordinates before snap. And then the other option is no, because there's really no good way to define. All right. Move to next. Move. Following. Move. Coordinate. Actions. Take place. Before snap. Set action required to end motion. Oops. Go like this. We'll go snap. Is that a action? Oh, I wonder if I need to put in a snap action. You know what? I don't think I have a snap action. I do have a snap rule, how I'm going to process the snap, but do I need that to be an action on the player's route? No. I think we're okay. I don't think I need to. I think snap is just going to be a thing I do prior to making them do the rest of their actions, so it's just normal. We're not doing that, at least not yet. But I'm going to do this. I don't need both of you. Dude, oh wait, it went all crazy. We put a whole bunch of stuff in. Did it put a set action in by chance? Sometimes it thinks it sees what I'm doing and then kind of goes, no, guess not. We're gonna go set. And you can do this on, you can do it on a run or a pass. So I want to do it on a special? I don't think we can do it on a special. Required on motion plays to end pre-snap motion. Player stops and sets in position. Now, I think as long as you don't move forward, I don't think you actually have to stop. I think if you have more than only one player can be in motion. So is it required? Because if you have like 2 players go in motion, at least one of them has to set. But you can't have. You don't have to snap. I don't think you have to require it. All right, required on motion plays. If more than one player is in motion to avoid penalty. So I can put these descriptions in. Following move coordinate action. Following move coordinate action. So, take place before snap. Set action required to end motion and avoid penalty if more than one player in motion. All right, there you go. Those are my logic descriptors, but I can also put them in as like smart text, pop-up text, tool tips to let a user know that, hey, you're going to want to know how to use these. So we'll do that. I think I have the set action. Let's go ahead and close my playbook here. Playbook service. Control C. Enter. Go back up here. Go MS. Oh, go PFM. PFFM. Go MS. Nope, wrong. Only CD and / playbook. Go run dot. All right, we got that back up. Now let's go see if my motion now has a set action in it. Go to pass, click here. Set, yay! Oh, I do have a snap. I don't know if I'm gonna do it with the snap. I think the snap's not gonna be a thing. For one, snap should not be available to all players. It's only the QB is going to snap the ball. Actually, the center snaps the ball, but again, it's not really the centers. It's not really a thing. I'm going to take it out. I didn't even know I had that in there, but it's not a standard action. That's going to be a different thing. So I don't need to fix that right now. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to use it. But I don't have to have set. I know I said I do, but if I put 2 guys in motion, then yeah, I'll need to do a set action. And I probably don't want to make things too complicated right now because it's kind of hard to see the grid, but all right, we'll do that. And then we'll say, well, I didn't hitch. All right, whatever, scout. Then we're going to go him. We're going to do a motion. We're going to go ahead and let it go back to here, here, and we'll go ahead and let him set. And then we will have him run to here and out. And then, let's see, we'll have the fullback run to there and block, while the running back run here. We'll have the QB try to not click on these things. And we'll have him pass. And then we got to have these guys do their thing. Just pass block would be good. Let's get them all on their pass blocky assignments. And we'll have my tight end. I'll actually have him go to here, and he'll have him bump, and then he'll come over the center here. Scout if in need. All right, so there we go. Now we got to give the play a name. Let's hope that everything saves still after all the changes I made on the back end. We'll go, we'll call this one a, what was the name of this formation? I formation. I motion left. I motion left. We will call this one a what I should do is kind of give some kind of a code as to, we can call it S I don't like single. S12. Who says S12? S12. Huh, huh, go. No. S. Well, that's actually short, so it'd be 23. Do I have a S22? Dump. So S is short, and the numbers are whether or not we have the other guys are what other ranges we have in there. S22. So we got two at the medium range, or in the 2 range. So that's 2-2. And in the dump means there's a screen pass in there. And then the motion, of course, means there's motion in there, which doesn't mean anything except that it's I motion left, S22 dump. Seems complicated, but you know what? I think it works. If I can remember this, let's go ahead and put in my play calling. I think I actually have. I thought I did anyway. New page. We're going to call this play naming conventions. Let's see if I can get this down. So it's for passes. I don't know. First letter formation is probably not going to work because I'm guessing that ISSPEF. ISSPEF. Pistol. I'm going to have more formations, and this is going to get complicated. So we'll just have to guess. We'll do something, but it'll be something to do with formation. high formation, shotgun, S single back pistol, what else do we have? Empty and full. Full and 0 empty set. This means no back, but we'll call it 0. Then we're going to do something like dump equals screen available, S equals short pass available, and 3 equals deep pass available. All right. 15 plus pass route available. 2 equals 7 to 15 route available, and 7 to 15 route available. Number is longest to shortest, double digit number. So 30 equals long and no medium. 22 equals no long, at least 2 medium. So this, I'm trying to give a way for my logic to be able to read the play title and know which plays fall into what categories. And if I can identify it in my play titles, and this is a problem with why it's going to be tricky. And then you have to have like, there could be situations where you end up with double information, right? So you have to add extra title stuff. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if that's going to work, but at least I give myself a nomenclature that works. I can start fiddling it out. It is there's a lot of plays out there, and I don't know if I'm going to use this all the time, but when I'm creating my own, this will have to be it. All right, let's see if it saves. Says saved. Deleted one old version of play. Play updated successfully. All right, so let's go see what I have in the database. Let's see what it did. PFFM plays. I got 8, it says. The last one is this one. Updated app. I motion left, S22 dump. Okay, so then we got to go over and see if my gateway, which is holding all of my plays for whatever reason. I don't know. There it is. There's my play. Okay. So, and this is my new naming because I thought it was dumb to have these long titles. But we'll see how this goes over time. I think it'll be better. I guess if I keep creating changes to this. I am curious what this is going to do if I change its name. So we're going to go motion left S22 dump 2. I just want to see what this does. Because I have had trouble with updates. Yeah, because see, it went to... It didn't actually delete... Why is it doing that? So it updates it okay. I think it's updating it okay. Oh, that's weird. I went from 2 to 4. I motion S22 dump 2. Okay, so I did do that fine. But it did not delete my... it did not delete my image. And how come it created a 3 here? Something's not right. It did not delete the original. Okay, I gotta talk to AI and go, hey, something's weird with my AI stuff here. As I made a change, it created a new file. All right, so something, yeah. Let's go talk to the AI. All right. What did it say? Hashtag codebase. When I update a play on the front end, I am getting some weird results. The play ID is incremented to a V2, i.e. well, alright, it's incremented 1 for the database. No, actually it incremented 3 for the database. The ID is incremented 3 in the database from ply_1_v1 to ply_1_v4, and the image is not replaced, but a new image is created with a different image ID, ply_1_v3. I am guessing this has something to do with the fact that on initial save, we don't have an ID. For the image created, and when we create the image to update the record, it updates and changes the database value. The database ID version think the problem needs to be is that our ID should not be versioned. I wonder if our ID should even be versioned. This might not be the best way to do this. I think version should be a different field. I think that's the whole thing. Because then we only have to update the version. That we could have an image file name. Where's the image file going? Oh, it's down here. Play image. Yeah, see, it's connecting it to 1v3, even though my ID is 1v4. So at least it's connected correctly. And we're still adding this date parameter thing, that's not even right. Because we don't have that on the image anymore. That won't even work. To update the record, it updates and changes the DB ID version. Then, in the database file, it shows play image with the correct URL, except it has a V a V equals ending line, which is left over from previous versioning. Implementation. Play image URL should end at the PNG name. And the play ID should not change. Every time. I think we should add we should auto add a version field to the record, to the DB record for plays. And the image URL should be have a V number that matches the version value in the database. I don't know. Claude today has been, I'm a little hesitant to use the agent because it hasn't been, today I was like, it's been locking up. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm going to try the agent, but I don't know what it's going to do. So this is a alteration. You can see I have definite problems. I can bet you, I want to say bet you money. This might not work. Okay. Because if I only change the title, I don't change the image. But the image gets generated every time we do this. See, that's kind of the thing. It doesn't know that we don't change the image. So the image is going to get updated every time we update. It's just the way it is. So the image should always be in sync with the version. Even if I make a minor change, it's going to rerun the image generator because it doesn't know if it changed. I mean, I guess I could have it go back to the system and check to see if any of the routes changed, but that's a big test. I think for efficiency's sake, just regenerate the image. Because we definitely have an issue with how things are running right now. We'll see if this can run. Like I said, I don't know if I was getting what do you call it? Docked? No. Basically, I think GitHub was putting the brakes on my usage because I was really cranking away at my my system, or at my agent usage this morning when I was doing all of the automated testing implementation. Because those are big asks. It has to do a lot of stuff. And I think it was struggling with it. So the only thing it's doing is adding something to this. Didn't really change much. It just added play document. Play document represents the MongoDB document structure with version field. Oh, okay. That's fine. I will need that because I asked for a version field. Instead of changing my ID all the time, it seems kind of silly. Play 1 becomes play 1 v4 v5, and I just keep changing the ID, which is gonna wreck the references. If I've got code referencing those plays and all of a sudden I've got different versions, I don't want to do that. I want the different plays to just be, you know, because that means I have to change all of my references every time I reference that play, and that's going to be a real mess. Don't want that. That would be unhappy. So what it was doing before, it was get to 100% and then it would just crap out on me. And like I said, I was like, what's going on? Why does it keep stopping? All right, MongoDB document uses ID field, MongoDB standard. Okay, that's fine. That's not, that text doesn't mean anything. That's just, it's just the mapping. I'm always wondering why I need this. Do I need the BSON stuff if in fact it's already defined? I got to generate a bunch of plays, but this, the way it's working right now, I don't like the way it's saving, and I need to get that updated. I need my images to save in a more related way, and also the IDs are just a problem. Well, they will be anyway. Comment changes, don't care. Comment changes, counter version, existing play document. Gonna make changes to my play document. For legacy timestamp based IDs, we'll create a new ID with our new format. Delete, delete, delete. If document not found, treat as a new document with initial version. All right. Then we're gonna get rid of all this. Replacing it with a new version here. Then we have to make some changes in the middle. More BSON stuff to identify how it maps. All right, I think we're good. looking at the play data.js. Oh, okay, so it's gonna, this is the actual setting up the save. Changing the comment here, that's not anything. Changing the we're getting rid of this line. Constant, clean path, response file name, split, response file name, return clean path. I don't know what clean path is supposed to mean. But instead of file path, it's going to be clean path. Okay. But we're doing a thing where we're going to split up on the question mark. I don't know why we're putting that version ending on the end. I don't know if I like that, but that's everything. Okay, I'll do that. First of all, we got to look to see if everything up here is still compile-y. It is not. We have storeplay.go. It's looking a little weird. Take a look at store underscore play.go. Play image. Is not set correctly. And clean image path, whatever the heck that is. It cannot be used. Do you make changes that require proto updates? I don't think so, but I just wanted to ask.